and I'm sure there's a lot of parts in it where record labels are going to try to take a percentage of numerous aspects of an artist's career. What parts do you think they shouldn't have a claim to?
Okay, I'm a little extreme here. I really hate 360 deals, and that's a deal where the label steps in and they take ownership. They take a percentage of income and ownership in different areas. Like you might have to give up a percentage of your touring income. You might have to give up a percentage of your publishing and your merchandise. You might have to give up, if you go and get a TV show or write a book, you might have to give them a percentage of income. And I really hate 360 deals because I find that most of the labels that are trying to share in the income, they're not actively trying to get you paid in those areas, meaning they're not finding a tour for you. They're not finding a book deal or getting you onto a television show. They're just promoting your music and saying anything else where you make money, we want a piece of that. And it just doesn't seem fair to me.
Right.
It's a little bit better today. Like the contracts I'm seeing right now are better than what I saw like in 2005, where you couldn't get a deal unless it was a 360 deal. So it's gotten a little bit better in the past decade or decade and a half, but I'm still not a fan of 360 deals unless the label is actively trying to help you make money in those areas as well.
I agree.
So with the, because you said how the contracts to this day look a little bit better than back in 2005, maybe even before that. What do you think helped drive that change?
Streaming. I think streaming has played a really big role. When the music industry went from CDs to MP3s, the bootlegging of MP3s was so rampant that the record labels just lost so much money. And when they saw their income slipping away, they decided to, instead of embrace streaming or MP3s, they tried to fight it. They tried to fight bootlegging, and it became very expensive for them to fight it, which made them take even more money out of the artist share. And, the artists are always the last to get paid anyway, and they get such a small amount that for a label to even encroach upon that small amount is just unbelievable to me. It's gotten better today because with streaming, an artist can bypass the label and go direct to the consumer. And if they've got the right budget and the right know-how, they don't need a record label anymore. And once labels saw that, they realized that they had to be a little bit more artist friendly than they were being. And I'm really thankful for that because it's changed the scope of contracts today. The term is a little bit shorter, the split's a little bit bigger. The labels do try to be a little bit friendlier today. Not all of them, but some of them really do try.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with that. And some of the ways that they can, get their music to streaming platforms is through distribution companies, and they're super easy to get connected to. One that I keep hearing about over and over again is DistroKid.
Yep, I like DistroKid.
Yeah. And what I like about it is that it's one annual fee, and they don't take any part of the earnings, which is, what we're all for, more money for the artist.
Exactly.